Yeah, good evening, one and all. Just waiting for others to join the session. Now, I think the strength is almost full. Okay. So, guys, we'll start with percentages now. So, you have 1 day break. You people may refresh. Fine. So, let's start with percentages concept. So, as you people already learned some inputs from profit and loss concept. Profit and loss topic is already done. We learned some points from profit and loss. See, these three topics: percentages, profit and loss, simple interest and compound interest. These three topics are interlinked. The concepts whatever discussed in one topic will help you in other topic as well. Okay. Percentage, profit and loss, simple interest and compound interest. Now here what we are going to discuss in percentages is all about this. So in percentage, this is what we are focusing. So we'll start with the basics. Then we'll discuss regarding voters concept. Okay, percentage change, percentage comparison, net effect, and if they use the votes in the question like remaining or left or rest or balance, we should be careful when they use these votes in the question. Then product constant, nearly 6 different concepts we are going to discuss in percentages topic. Fine. So let me start with the basics, my dear friends. See, guys, by the name of percentage, the name itself, it clearly indicates that percent per hundred, percentage, right? Percent per hundred, out of 100. They're asking out of 100, what is the value per hundred? Out of 100, what is your value there? Want to find, we have to find, okay? Suppose 40 is what percent of 200. You need to find percentage. 40 is what percent of 200 means. What we are doing, you got 40 marks out of 200. But out of 100, what is your marks? Out of 100, what are they given? You have to convert out of 100. This is very basic question, I agree. If you divide by 2, you got 20 out of 100. Out of 100, you got 20 means, so you can call 20 percentage. As simple. Okay, 40 is what percentage of 200? Okay, you got 40 marks out of 200 marks. Okay, out of 100, it's like 20. We can call 20%. Grishma, it's not 80, 20. Okay, whereas you got 15%, 50 hours, they can ask you 15 is what percent of 50 out of 50, 50, 50 is what percent means. Okay, for 50 you got 15. If you do into 2, you got 30 marks out of 100. We can call this is 30 percentage. So percentage is all about out of 100 what is your value. Either it's not 25, I hope you got 30. It's not 75, Santoshni. Okay, 15 is what percent of 50. Okay, this is all for small values and all. If you want to handle for big values, this is what, okay, just try to understand out of 100 what is your value is what percentage. That's it. From all these examples, then you can understand x is what percent of y. Means we can x divided by y into 100. We are multiplying with 100 to convert into 100. The intention is if you want to convert into 100, okay, so we are multiplying with 100 here actually. X by y into 100% you can do. X is what percent of y if you want to find. X by y into 100. And some questions okay, required you have to convert percentage into fraction or fraction. Suppose you have x by y. If you want to convert into percentage, you should write x by y into 100. This is actually a percentage to fraction, fraction to percentage. This is percentage you are converting into fraction, or if any integer or fraction is there, how if you want to convert any fraction or integer to percentage, you should multiply with 100. This is fraction to percentage conversion. This is percentage to fraction. Fine, this is what, okay, x percentage is x by 100. This is fraction. If you want to convert into percentage, you should multiply with 100. Okay, clear? Percentage out of 100. Fine. Now let's start with the basic question. So this is all, okay, a few inputs regarding your percentage. Okay, fraction, how to convert into percentage, or percentage to fraction, and x is what percent of y if you want to find. This is what we have to do. Now let's try to go ahead with the questions. Basic questions. See this. So guys, here if you just see the question directly, two numbers are 15% and 20% less than a third number. You just see the question, read the question carefully. Here two numbers, let's call x1 and x2, are 15% and 20% less than the third number. X1 is 85% of the third number. Okay, because 15% less. 15% less than means we can write 85. X2 is 20% less than the third number. We can write 80%. Now they're asking first number is what percentage of second number. First number is what percentage of second number means x1 by x2 into 100 we have to calculate. It will become x3 all cancel. 85 by 80 into 100 it will become, this is 25s 24s. If we just proceed, we got 106.25%. First number out of second number. First number is what percentage of second number they asked. You know, first number is nothing but here 85% of x3. Yes, that x3 will get cancelled. Percentage also get cancelled. We can write this as 85 by 80 into 100. Okay, we are converting to 100. With respect to 100, we have to find. So it's what we call 106.25%. Such a basic question this is. Good. See the next question. This question is given for 2 marks in GATE 2018. 2 marks question in GATE 2018. Here in a party, 60% of the invited guests are male. You just go through the question, guys. Let me wait for your solution. Is somebody already giving the answers? Okay, fine. Anvita, Rajesh, Manish, Saurabh, Rajendra. I think you people already solved this. Good to see. Option B is correct. This very basic question, my dear friends. Option B is correct, not C. B is correct. 1:1. Somebody solved this already. Good to see. We have to get 1:1, my dear friends. Okay. Oh, except one person, remaining all people, they given the correct answer. Answer is 1:1. So guys, what we can do, in a party, 60% of the invited guests are male. Suppose invited guests, we don't know how much. Let's consider it is equal to something X. Okay, invited guests are X, for example. Okay. Now, as per the question, 60% of the invited guests are male. So, among X, 60% of that is nothing but male. And obviously, they mentioned 40% are female. Okay. So, fine. Then, how many are attended for the party? How many attendees? They mentioned 80% of the invited guests are attended. So how many attendees? 80%. Okay. And now if we just see the question, all the invited female guests attended. This is what important thing. all invited. This is male invited and female invited. How many attended? Generally, if you think practical situation also, invited people all, they may not attend for the uh, party whatever you are invited, okay, due to various reasons. If you are invited 100 people, they may attend 60, 70, 80 likewise. Here that's what, okay, all females invited are attended. So how many females invited is 40, attended is also 40, my dear friends. 40% of X. Okay, fine, good. Then obviously male attended is 40%, right? So how can you say that total 80 invited attended, among that 40 is female, means remaining 40 must be male. Now question is, how many male attended with respect to female attended? Both are same. That is why we got 1:1. 2 marks question. This is, my dear friends. Basic question given for 2 marks. Fine, let's see the next question. See this question, please. Yeah, kill, instead of X, you can assume some value also. In percentage, that flexibility is there. When you don't know any value, you can assume. And we can proceed. Yes, Akhil, you can go with that also. Now let's see about this question, my dear friends. This is also 2 marks question given in GATE 2014. Akhil, you can do like that. We'll solve 2 methods for this question, my dear friends. Here is third one. 1% of the people in country Y are taller than 6 feet. 2% of the people of country Y are taller than 6 feet. There are thrice as many people in country X as in country Y. Taking both countries together, what is the percentage of people taller than 6 feet? Okay. Now here, if you just go through the data, my dear friends, you just see what are the inputs they given. Somebody mentioned, I think Siddesh, your answer is correct here. Bhushan, check your answer. Sai Santosha, correct answer. Pavan, wrong. Rajendra, wrong. Vishnuteja, wrong. No. Salni, no, wrong. Vishnuteja, wrong. Anish, correct. Nishant, correct. Mayank Agarwal, wrong. Deepak, good. Grishma, check once. Ishwar, correct. Nishant, correct. Rishi, no. Mayank Agarwal, now it's correct. Bhaskar, check your answer. Sachin, check your answer. Neil Rajkumar, check your answer. Yeah, Pawan, it's wrong, my dear friend. You just wait. Vishnuteja, it's correct. Akshat, correct. Akshat, yeah, correct. Sandesh, correct. Tejas, correct. Guys, let me go ahead with the solution. Okay, I think fine. We'll discuss the things. See here, in country X, 1% of the people are taller than 6 feet. In country Y, 2% of the people are taller than 6 feet. One percent, 2%. Now here, there are thrice as many people in country X as in country Y. Okay, in country X, thrice people is there compared to country Y. In country Y, if only one person is there, in country X, 3 people are there. That's what thrice, 3:1. Now they're asking what is the together. Together, if you want to find, I'll give the 2 methods. That's what I mentioned. Just wait for other method as well. Let me complete this. So guys, both countries together, 2 countries together, what is the overall result is? So overall here, see this, as it is 3:1, my dear friends, 3 into 1%. First one is 3. The second one is 1 into 2% divided by 3 plus 1. This is one method. Straightforward you can do is 5% divided by 4, which is 1.25%. So both countries together, okay, 1.25% of people are taller than 6 feet. This is one method. Okay, 1.25 is the correct answer. Okay, method 1. What about method 2? Method 1 fine. Now let's see about method 2, my dear friends. In method 2, say as in previous question, second question or maybe first question or this one, when you don't know the values, you can assume. Here country X and country Y, our population is thrice 3 is to 1, right? So we can put Y value, we can consider as 100, X value 300, like that you can assume. No issue. Y can be considered as 100, X can be assumed as 300, or Y as 1000, X as 3000. We are assuming. You can take X and maybe K and 3K also. If you assume Y is 100, X is 300. Then if you see the question, they mention 1% of the people are taller than 6 feet. 1% of 300 is 3. 1% means 1 by 100. So 1% of 300 is nothing but 3. So 3 people are taller than 6 feet from country X. And this is 2% of people in country Y. 2% of 100 is nothing but 2. Now both countries together, they mentioned together population is 400. Together how many are taller than 6 feet is 5. So 5 is what percentage of 400 you have to calculate. 5 is what percentage of 400. Okay, I think you know this is 1.25. That's what the answer, 1.25%. 3:1 they given in the question, sir, anonymous attendee. How 3:1 came is you read the question. There are thrice as many people in country X as in country Y. Compared to country Y, thrice people are there in country X. Read the question. I given a lot of time for you to read the question also. Anonymous attendee, I hope you understand 3:1, right? Fine, let's move for the next one, guys. In fact, previous question, second question also you can assume and you can do. Here, previous question also, invited guest, you can take 100. This is 80, this is 40 and 40, 1:1. You can take here also some number. In percentage, when value is unknown, okay, when something is unknown, you can consider some number and you can proceed. Here also you can take 1:1, you can do like that also. Now let's see about this question. 2 marks question given in 2 years. Same question given in 2 different years. Please go through the question. I'll give you time. You read the question carefully, guys, everyone. Read the question carefully. Just waiting for your answers. Okay, I'll just wait for 30 to 40 seconds. You read the question perfectly. There are 2 candidates P and Q in the election. During the campaign, 40% of the voters promised to vote for P and rest for Q. However, on the day of election, 15% of the voters went back on their promise to vote for P and instead voted for Q. Whereas 25% of the voters went back on their promise to vote for Q, okay, and instead voted for P. Suppose P lost by 6 votes, then what was the total number of votes? So guys, here, listen, total votes is unknown. Dilip Chaudhary, correct. Total is unknown, right? Consider total votes is equal to, okay, 300. We don't know, right? We can assume. Total votes is equal to 100, I assume. Okay. Here, they mentioned during the campaign, 40% of the voters who promised for, okay, promised to vote for P. So during campaign, you people know, okay, there is campaigning before going for elections. Now, among 100, 40% means 40 people are promised for P. Whereas rest for Q means 60 people are for Q. Okay, this is the initial situation. Now what they given, read the question carefully. On the day of election, this is on election day, This is only promised. Okay, I'll just give the suffix P and P. Okay, how many people promised for Q and how many people promised for P? PR means promised. Okay, it's not confirmed. They promised to them. Now, on the day of election, day of election, what happened? 15% of this people. So actually 40 people promised, here 60 people promised, but 15% of this people. See guys, for 40, what is 15% means? We can say 6 because 15 divided by 100 into 40, we'll get it like 6. Okay, 6 people added here, 6 people subtracted here. Why? You just read the question. 15% of those people who promised for P changed. Okay, that's what on the day of election they changed the decision. Instead of voting for P, they voted for Q. Read the line clearly. 15% only promised, not out of the total. Who promised, they shifted to this side. Next is 25% of this people. For 60, 25% means 1 by 4 actually. If you want to calculate 25% of 60, it's nothing but 15. 25 by 100 into 60 you have to do. 25% means 1 by 4 you will get. 25% of 60 will get 15. Okay, so 15 added here, 15 subtracted here, because from 60 people only that 15 reduced, right? You just think about this. Now finally, how many votes for P and Q? After all this is, yeah, here 49, here 51. As per this, P and Q, P lost by 2 votes. This analysis, okay, if P is 49, Q is 51, the result is P lost by 2 votes, I can say. Okay, P lost by 2 votes. I'm just waiting, where is this? So guys, here, fine, one moment. Fine. P lost by 2 votes. He got 2 votes less, right? So P lost by 2 votes. But in question they given 6 votes. You taken total votes is 100. That's why you got P lost by 6 votes. We consider total votes is 100. That's why you got P lost by 2 votes. Okay, now you want P lost by 6 votes as per the question. So if you want P lost by 6 votes, listen, this is what you have to do. If total is 100, we got P lost by 2 votes. If you want P lost by 6 votes, what should be the total then? This is into 3, right? Here, this is what correction factor. We assumed something. Now you should correct it. How to correct it is depends on this relation. Okay, this is into 3. As is, we should do with only multiplication. As this is into 3, here also you have to do into 3. So total votes is actually, 300. Total votes is actually 300. We have to do into 3. Got it? So answer is 300, my dear friends. Sir, if suppose they mention in the question, okay, P last by 4 votes means we should do into 2. P last by 10 votes means into 5. You got 2, you want 10 means into 5 you have to apply. %15 of total they didn't given, promised only. It's not minus 15 plus 15. Sorry guys, you don't do that. Listen carefully, that's what I mentioned. 15% of those who promised for P, not 15%. Don't do minus 15 plus 15 plus 25 minus 25. No, this is 25% of 60 who promised for Q. The people who promised for Q, 25% of those promised for Q. How many promised for Q is 60? 25% of 60 shifted here. 25% of 60 is 15. Okay, that we sent here, they subtracted. 15% of those who promised for P. For P, how many promised is 40 people? 15% of 40 is nothing but 6. That's why this is subtracted from the total and added to this Q. You just try to understand that point, my dear friends. Somebody is putting minus 15 here, plus 15 here, minus 25 plus 25. No, it's not about out of the total 100. It's not 15% of 100, 15% of 40 who promised for P, 25% of 60 who promised for Q, not out of the total. Make a note of that. That's what. Sagar, this is the method, only way you can go. You can take X also, Sagar, but this is the only method you can go. It's not like equations and all. You can take X, 40% of X, 60% of X, then this is removed here and here. Like that you have to go, but still it will be in terms of X. Finally, this should be removed. Pay attention, that's what, okay? If you're not understanding, make a note, okay? We'll just definitely discuss at the end again. Fine. Saurabh, by options, I think, yeah, you can do. You take any option, you see what answer, which finally you should get P last by 2 votes, Saurabh. But in GATE exam, there is a possibility you may get fill the blank, right? You can take one option, you just proceed. What option will give P last by 6 votes? Your answer should be 6 votes, right? Like that also you can do, Saurabh, no issues. You take some option, you should get final answer is P last by 6 votes. Same procedure you have to follow. Now let's see about this fifth question asked for 2 marks. It's almost similar to our COVID situation now. You just read the question. Yes. So here if you just go through the question, a person moving through, okay, I can say red zone now, containment zone like in COVID, here TB prone zone has a 50% probability of become infected. Okay, if suppose 100 people are going through that TB zone, 50% probability means 50% chances. So 50 people may get infected. 50 people infected. Okay. Then if you just see, however, you people know as more same scenario is going on. However, only 30% of the infected people develop the disease. Okay, right, for remaining people, symptoms are not shown. 30% of the infected for 50, 30% is 15. 15 people disease developed. Okay, for 15 people disease already developed, in the sense symptoms are shown. What about remaining people? 35% infected but symptoms not shown, not developed the disease. These people are infected but symptoms not shown or disease not developed. But symptoms not shown. So we can say 35 people, right? So remaining is 35 people here. Now out of the total, they're asking, okay, how many percent of people moving through that? How many people are moving through the TB prone zone? Out of that, how many are infected but does not show symptoms of disease? Is 35 out of 100 is nothing but 35%. 35%, my dear friends. If 100 people are moving there, okay, you have a possibility 50 people may get infected. Out of 50, 15 people disease developed, remaining 35 people, okay, disease not infected, but disease not developed. Sridhar, that you can generalize, Sridhar, because you see the last line in the question, Sridhar, they mention percent of people moving through that zone. Sridhar, this is what you can observe. I agree with the point that small confusion is there, but last line, if you just see, then you can understand how many people went through that area infected, but disease not developed. Now you can modify like that. Yeah, Sridhar, that you can generalize because you see the last line, what percent of people moving through anonymous attendee. This is about remaining people. Out of 50, remaining people is 35. 15 already disease developed, remaining people is 35. Okay, it's not 35% of 50 like that. No. Okay. So that you can generalize it. You can see this last line, fifth line, then from that you can understand. Now let's move for the next question. These are all previous questions, my dear friends. See the sixth question now. I think some of you are not understand that voters question. Okay, that I think those who have doubts, if I repeatedly discuss that also you don't understand, if we come live, okay, then we can discuss in doubt session. That's why, okay, that voters question I skipped for a while, waiting in the doubt session, waiting for you people in doubt session. There we can clear it. Because if I discuss again also, you don't understand it properly. If you come live, that's better. So just wait for your turn. I think today we'll end up bit early. Okay, from today onwards, 8:30 likewise, not up to 9. Yeah. Now let's see about this question, my dear friends. Flights will be on time or delay, or train also on time or delay. If it is early, they have to inform. They don't inform that, okay, it's on time or delay. On time is X%. If it is 15 minutes delay or 30 minutes delay or 1 hour delay or 1 day delay, all these are delay. 75% delay. So guys, delay, yes, if it is 1 minute delay or 2 minutes delay or 1 hour or 2 days, it's delay. That's it. So 75% are delay. Okay. Now I can consider on time is nothing but 25%, right? Total number of flights we can consider 100. Total number of flights is 100. Delay 75%. On time may be considered as 25%. Now as per question, 1200 flights delayed. So delayed is related to 75%. That's nothing but equal to 1200. Now on time is how much? On time is 25%. How much is this? Delayed is 75% is 1200. On time is 25%. I think you can directly do this is divided by 3, right? Divided by 3. We can say 400 straightforward. Few people are mentioning 300 also. That's why I'm just checking your chart box as well. So guys, you should get 400 as the answer. How many flights departed on time? Is 400, not 300. Some of you mentioned 300. Please check it out. Got it? Don't calculate total. They're not asking total, right? Why to waste your time? 75% is already you know. You have to calculate 25%. That's divided by 3. Okay, so that's it. If you apply, we got 400 here. Mahanta, this is the one, right? Okay, what's the any other method? What you want, right? This is straightforward, very simple question, right? You can take total flights is X, 75% of X. This is 25% of X. Total flights is Y, 75% of Y is delayed, 25% of Y is on time. Like that, you can do Mahanta. It's not 25% of 1000 node enormous certainty. It's not like that. It's not total, right? Answer is 400, guys. This is only 1200 flights are delayed. Not total flights are delayed. 1200 is not total. That's what we'll do mistakes. Okay. Let's see about the 7th question. Still we are in basics. No Induja. No formula for that, right? Those are all basic questions, guys. Why I think you people are searching for formulas, I don't know. Let us see about this question now. In a competitive examination, they mention 6% candidates got selected. Okay, I think people already solved the practice booklet. I think they're giving the answers very quickly. So guys, 6% candidates got selected from the total appeared candidates from state A. So from state A, how many appeared? From state B, how many appeared? How many selected is the discussion actually. Suppose appeared is, let it be X from state A. How many got selected is 6%. So I can say 6% of X. Now in question, state B has equal number of candidates appeared. So X, state B, equal candidates appeared X. How many selected is 7%. But in question, this selection is 80 more. 7% got selected, which is 80 more than A. So if you take the difference, we got 1% of X is nothing but 80. 1% of X is 80. So I hope from each state they're asking. Okay, 1% means 1 by 100, right? You came to know X is 8,000. So we can decide from each state 8,000. Yeah, both each state, state A X, state B X. So from each state 8,000. 1% is 80. We can find and totally we want 100%. So total X is that. Okay, 1%, 1 by 100 this is. We can get 8,000 clearly. You can also assume this question you can do. It's your choice, my dear friend, to use the options or not. Anonymous attendee, read the questions here. Why? How we got 1% of X is 80 means they mentioned here, right? This is more than, state B is more than state A. How many selected from state B is more than state A is 80. You read this line clearly. 80 more candidates selected than A. So 7% of X selected in B minus selected in A is 80. How many selected in B minus selected in A is 80. You can do by assuming 100 also, Pawan. That's okay, fine. You can do the question by assuming 100 also. Agreed. Got it? Fine. See the next question, guys. You can assume 100 and you can do. You got, if you take 100, we got 1. 1 is the more. Okay, but you want 80 means you should do into 80. You can assume 100 also, guys. No issue with that. It's all how you people approach. It's all your choice. Okay. Now let's see about this eighth question. 1 mark question given in GATE 2019. This is only 1 mark question. Let's see about this eighth question. Basics, still we are in basics. Solve this one. Yeah, Mohanta, your answer is wrong. Please check once. Read the question carefully, my dear friends. Okay, speed and accuracy both are required. You can do bit speed, but accuracy also demanded. Okay, you just try to do it correctly as well, right? Don't worry, Mohanta, your answer is correct. 10.5. Yeah, 10.5 is correct. So, guys, among 1,400 millions, fine, 70% of the people is having mobile phones. What is that value? Don't worry. Among the mobile phone owners, 294 million access the internet. So among the mobile phone users, 294. So definitely mobile phone users are more than that. No need to calculate. So these people are having mobile phone plus internet. They have internet as well. Okay. Now, e-commerce portal. So I think you're using Flipkart or Amazon. You people are buying the goods, right? So how many people are buying the goods is half of this. So half of these people are buying goods in e-commerce portals. We can say 147 million people are buying. Okay, these are called e-buyers also. Those who are buying in e-commerce portals using your mobile phone with internet, we can call e-buyers as well. Now here, this is what percentage of the total people in the country. This is what percentage of the total. So 147 is what percentage of this. If you do, we got 10.5%. Perfect. 10.5%. 147 is what percentage of 1,400? 10 point. One more question, guys. It's not 215. Somebody mentioned no. It's not 14.7. We should get 10.5. Yeah, guys, workbooks is almost done. I think at least you will get the PDF. We'll upload in the OTS platform. Okay. It's almost done. I think I had to see one more time the corrections. Then we'll go ahead. See this ninth question now, still in basics. Now, one important point before going for ninth question, listen, my dear friends, where to assume value. You are assuming value for unknown, right? Assume value for unknown is allowed only when the question is all about percentage or ratio like that. If you are adding or subtracting something, okay, this is allowed. Ratio, assume value for unknown is allowed when the question is given ratios. Okay, 1:2 means okay, 100, 200 like that. Or maybe if it is all entirely with percentage. But if suppose you are adding or subtracting something, don't assume value for unknown. I repeat, don't assume value for unknown if you are adding or subtracting something. Okay, this margin you have to know. You can't assume value for every question. That's not acceptable. Don't assume value if you are adding or subtracting. Okay. Whereas here percentages, if entire question involves only percentage and ratio means okay. I mean to say entire question is involved. Entire question with only percentage and ratio means you can do, you can assume and you can proceed. But if additional subtraction is involved, we are not recommended to assume unknown. Let's see this question actually. In an examination, Suresh got 22% of maximum marks. And uncertainty you can understand in this example. Wait, what I mean to say in the previous slide that you can understand here. You just see this example. In an examination, Suresh scored 22% of the maximum marks. Suresh got 22% of maximum. He is failed by 52 means 52 marks less than pass marks. Compared to pass marks, he got 52 marks less. That's what failed by 52 means. Suresh got 22% of maximum. He got 52 marks less than pass marks. Here we are subtracting, right? Here you can't assume maximum marks is something. You are doing subtraction. What about Ramesh? Ramesh got 45% of maximum marks and he is passed by 40. He is passed by 40 or he got 40 marks more than the pass marks. So plus 40 we can do. This is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Says maximum marks means total marks, my dear friend. Maximum marks of the exam. It's not about total marks of it's not a maximum marks of topper, it's total marks. Maximum marks of the exam anonymous attendee. Read the line clearly, sir. Maximum marks of the exam. Exam. It's not like GATE exam. Maximum marks of the topper, not like that. Maximum marks of the exam clearly. Now here, if you do sub equation 2 minus equation 1, you can find 23% of maximum marks is 40 minus of minus 52. We got 92. 23% of maximum marks is 92. Okay. So 23% means 23 by 100 of maximum is 92. So I hope you got maximum marks is 400. So this is the question where you are getting an alert. You can't assume and go because you are doing subtraction here. Minus 52 addition plus 40 like that. So guys, every question you can't assume. Okay, here maximum marks is not given, right? Somebody may go with that assumption as we did till now. Okay, don't do that because this is the hurdle for you. You can see clearly you are subtracting or you are adding something. When you are subtracting or adding some value. So guys, I can mention, I repeat, if suppose 22% of the maximum marks and fail the exam by 5%, pass the exam by 4%, 5%, 4% if they mention means, okay, you can go with assumption. But failed by 52 marks, not 52%. Got 40 marks more, not 40%. You just see that lines. So when that is the case, you are not allowed to assume. Okay. If you assume, you will get wrong answer as well. So that's what, be alert, my dear friends. Now see this 10th question. Still we are in basics. Almost 10 questions we are discussing in basics. Read this question, guys. 1 kg of tea and 1 kg of sugar together cost 95 rupees. If price of tea fall by 10% and price of sugar rises by 20%, then the price of 1 kg of each combined comes to rupees 90. The original price of tea in rupees per kg is what? Okay, just see the question carefully. Try to solve this. One kg of tea plus 1 kg of sugar together cost 95 rupees. Price of tea 10% fall. Price of sugar 20% rise. This is 10% fall, this is 20% rise. So we can say 90% of tea plus 120% of sugar is 90. Why? Because of 1 kg of each combined. 1 kg of tea, 1 kg of sugar. Rise means increase, my dear friends. Rise is nothing but increase. Fall is nothing but decrease. Excellent. People are giving the correct answers. Everyone, those who posted your answers are correct. Excellent, guys. Those who posted answers, everyone given correct answer. Happy to see that. 80 is the correct answer, guys. Good. So here you just see 90% all this, right? I can divide with 30. 33s, 34s, 33s. 3% means 3t by 100 plus 4s by 100 is nothing but equal to 3. Now here if we just shuffle this, we got 3t plus 4s equal to 300. 1t plus 1s is 95, right? You want t cost means you have to multiply this with 4. Then you got 4t plus 4 sugar is 360, 380, sorry. Consider this is equation 1. I multiplied this with 4. This is like 2 equations, 2 unknowns, my dear friends. Already 2 equations are given. You should find that 2 unknowns. 1 kg tea plus 1 kg sugar is 95. 3 kg tea plus 4 kg sugar is 300. Now if you subtract equation 1 minus equation 2, you can find T cost is nothing but 80. So again in this question also I think you people already understand you can't assume T cost and sugar cost because we're adding and we're subtracting. Mohanta, we didn't assume cost is 100 rupees where we assume. Mohanta, we didn't assume, right? 100%, 1 means 100%, sir. Mohanta, madam, this is 100%. 100% means when I am not assuming 100 anywhere. Not assumed, right? Mohanta, see the question carefully. 10% decrease means 90% I mentioned. I am not taking 90. You check it out. Whenever there is additional subtraction like that, you're not allowed to assume. If you assume, you may result with wrong answer. Sometimes there is a possibility to get correct answer, but most of the time you can go ahead. Yeah, it's your choice, Mustafa. You can go with option verification also, but sometimes you may got fill the blank, Mustafa. In IS exam or ESC exam, fine, you have options, but in GATE exam or some companies like Infosys, InfoTQ, if people are preparing for competitive exams or placements, fill the blank chances is there. Okay, that's why you just be alert. Fine. Now let's see about voters concept, my dear friends. One question related to voters is already discussed in the basics. Now we'll extend 2 more questions. 2 more questions we'll discuss regarding the voters. Let's see about this question, guys. Voters related discussion. In an election between 2 candidates, we just go through the question, what were they given. Read the question carefully. Saurabh and Bhushan, your answers are correct. I hope you already solved the entire booklet. Fine, good to see. So guys, here total number of votes was 7,500. Total votes are 7,500. Fine. 20% of this is invalid. Practically, you people should know when polling is there, there are some percentage of votes invalid, some are valid. Okay, few percentage invalid is possible. Here they mention clearly, okay, 20% are invalid. Good, Bhushan. Fine. A lot of people are giving answers. Those who given the answers, all your answers are correct. A lot of people are given 2,700. It's correct answer, guys. Invalid. Okay, invalid is 20%. See, I already mentioned in profit and loss. For 7,500, if you want to find 10% means 750. 20% means 1,500. Okay, 1,500 are invalid. 6,000 are valid. So guys, whenever 20% means you can consider 1 by 5, dividing by 5. 10% means 1 by 10. You can use that. 20% means 1 by 5, 10% means 1 by 10 for fast calculations. Valid and invalid, okay. Now this is regarding two candidates. So guys, keep in mind the votes for the candidates is only valid votes are counted. How many votes this candidate got or how many votes other candidate got is all about valid votes only. Among valid votes only, we can give the elected for these candidates. Now clearly, if you just see 55% of total valid votes. So this person, suppose A and B, A won the election, he got 55% of valid votes. Remaining candidate got 45%. This is 6,000, which should be split. 55% A got means 45% B got. Okay, 45% means 45 divided by 100 into 6,000. We can find this is 2,700. Other candidate got is 2,700. Fine. That 6,000 we should split. 55% this candidate got means remaining votes should be for the other candidate, right? Or else how to calculate 55%? See, you can do 55% directly without doing this multiplication and all. So guys, 6,000. What is 50% for this? 50% for 6,000 is 3,000. Can I say 50%? What is 5%? 5% is 300. Now subtracting these two will give 45. Adding these two will give 55. 45% subtracting these two. 3,000 minus 300. Or add these two. You will get 55%. Question is about clearly other candidate got. Okay, other candidate is getting 2,700 votes. Fine. You just read the question. Total votes among that valid and invalid. Only valid votes are counted for candidates. Okay. Among that valid votes, A got won. The person who won the election got 55%. The other person got 45% remaining votes because only two candidates is there. How you know remaining 45% says this 6,000 should be splitted. This candidate got 3,300. 55%, right? Adding these two will get 55. 3,300. Remaining votes is B. Got it? Fine. Now let's see about next question, my dear friends. Hope you understand this. This is also voters concept, but go through the question. This is full-fledged question related to voters. Let's see about this 12th question, my dear friends. This is full-fledged voters concept actually. Okay. See, generally, before going for election, they will give the list of enrolled voters. How many people are enrolled for voting? That list will be given. Let's consider that is totally T. Among that, some people may not poll, polled, not polled. So that's what you can see. In Delhi, 60% polling, Hyderabad, 50% polling. Whenever there is election in Bihar, so and so percentage polling like that. Polled, not polled. Okay, so the list of people is something. Okay, there suppose 1,000 people are there. But how many polled, how many not polled? Some people may not attend for polling due to various reasons. That's what 10% of the voters did not cast their vote. Means 10% of T. Now 90% only polled. Guys, 90% only polled. Fine. Now among polled, valid and invalid. This is what full scenario. Polled, let it be P. Among polled, valid and invalid. Valid and invalid. Okay. Now here 10% of the votes polled were found invalid. Among polled, read the question clearly. Polled is P, 10% of the votes. So there are two methods. We'll give the other method as well. 10% of the votes polled were found invalid. Among polled, okay, so 10% of polled is invalid. Listen, remaining 90% are valid. This is 90, don't think 80. This is regarding polled. Polled is splitted into two, 10% and 90%. Now again, valid is divided into two. Okay, valid. There are two candidates, right? Two candidates is there. Okay, it may be valid or invalid like A and B. Among two candidates, valid considered as V. V is the total valid votes. 54% of valid votes is A got and 46% of valid votes is what B got. 54 is A, 46 is B. Omkar, it's not like 20%. You can't add it directly, Omkar. Sir, Omkar, you just read the question carefully. It's not out of total, right? 10% of total, 10% of poll, like that they mentioned. You please wait. I'll give two different methods. Whatever it's convenient, you people can do. It's not about total, sir. Read the question carefully. 10% of the poll, 10% of the voters total. That's different. Don't take 10 and 10, adding 20. It's not correct method, sir. Now here, A won by how much means 54%, 46% means 8%. So A won the election by 8 majority. What is the majority here is 8%. 8% of the valid votes. As per the question, it is 1620. We can solve this question with assumption value also, but just wait for a while. Okay, I'll explain you that method as well. But read this, see this explanation. Majority 54% and 46%. Majority is here 8%. Majority is nothing but 54 and 46. Difference between those two is nothing but 8%. We can clearly see this. Yes, 8% of the candidates got majority. 8% of valid votes. Okay. Now, fine. 8% of valid is 1620, right? See, valid is actually valid. If you just see in the question, valid is 90% of the polled. Polled is 90% of the total. Listen, listen. Valid is 90% of the polled. Okay. Then polled is nothing but 90% of the total. Now we should find T value. Polled is 90% of the total. We should find T value total. As you know, 8% means 8 by 100. 90% means 90 by 100. Here 90% means 90 by 100. Like that you can solve, cancelling all the common terms. You people can find T value is 25,000. This is method 1. Method 1 to understand. I repeat whatever happened in method 1. I consider total votes is T. Here all you are fine. Here you are doing all with percentage. So you can do it directly. So let's consider total is T. 90%, 10% of the voters did not cast their vote. 10% did not cast their vote means 10% not polled out of total. Okay, remaining 90% are polled then. That's the meaning. Next one, 10% of the polled, you read this line, polled. So polled, let it be P. Among the 10% are invalid. So 90% are valid. Again, valid is this. Among valid, 54% are won by measure. Okay, that successful candidate is A, let it be. Two candidates is the successful candidate is A. 54% of valid is for A. B is 46%. Majority means how much difference? Majority means difference. That's what Bhushan, we are going with that method. Please wait. Second method is that. Majority is 8% here. That 8% is nothing but 1620. So 8% of valid, valid is nothing but 90% of polled, polled is nothing but 90% of the total. Then you can find all those. 8% of valid, valid is 90% of polled, polled is 90% of the total. You just see what we mapped. Then you are finding what is the total here. Total is 25,000. This is method 1. What about method 2 is you can assume some value. You can assume some value. Fine. Like you can assume 1000 is the votes. 1000 votes are there. Valid, polled and not polled. Not polled 10%, right? Meaning 100 gone. Not polled. 10% did not cast their vote means 10% not polled. Polled is 900. Polled is 900. Now here, among polled, 10% is invalid, means 90 invalid. How many valid is 810 invalid? So guys, valid is 810. Fine. Among valid, 54% is given for. So valid is 810, right? Among that 54% for the successful candidate. So other candidate will get 46% obviously. What is the majority here? As per this question, this equation, majority is nothing but 8% of 810. If you calculate, I hope you got 64.8. See, we got 64.8 as majority, but in question they given 1920. You got 64.8, 1620 is what they given the question. Now, what is the relationship here, my dear friends? This is what your assumption. You assumed 1000, you got 64.8. But what is the correct value is 1620. How to do this correction is, you just divide 1620 with 64.8, my dear friends. You divide 1620 with 64.8, you got 25. Okay, meaning correction factor is into 25. To get the correct number of voters, we should multiply with into 25. How many not polled also into 25. How many invalid if they ask, you should do into 25. How many polled into 24. Whatever they're asking, you do into 25. So they ask total votes means for that only you do 20 into 25 and stop. Whatever they're asking for that you should do into 25 guys. Got it? This is what assumption you do and you can correct it at the end. How to correct it is with multiplication factor. Got the point guys? 25,000. Okay. Whatever it's convenient for you, people can apply that. Both methods are given. Now let's see about this question, net effect concept. What is it net effect is? They may say increase, decrease, all those things. Finally, what is the result of that? There may be increase and decrease, too many things they may mention in the question. What is the overall effect of that? Yes, Mohanta, when you assume you got something, they given something means to map that you should apply multiplication factor. Correct, Mohanta? We assume something, you got different value and they given different thing in the question. To correct it, we can use multiplication factor. This question is very easy and I can see answers from you people. Good. Population of a town is 10,000. It increases by 10% during the first year. During the second year, it decreases by 20% and increase by 30% in third year. During the third year, they're asking population of 3 years will be. So population is 10,000. First year 10% increase means 110% because 10% increase. Second year 20% decrease means 80%. Third year 30% increase means 130%. 30% increase. Okay. Now here that's it. Okay. If you just do this calculation, 10,000 into 110% means 110 divided by 100. 80% is 80 divided by 100. 130% is 130 divided by 100. If we just do all this, we got 11,440 as the answer. You just cancel all the common terms. Okay. So 11 into 1040, which is nothing but 11,440. Option C is correct answer, my dear friends. Yeah, it's similar to compound interest concept or profit and loss also. We discuss the same scenario. Excellent. See the next question. This question is given for 2 marks in GATE 2019. Radius as well as height increased by 10%. Radius 10% increase, height 10% increase. You give the answer, I'll just mentioning what is the question inputs. Height increased by 10%, radius increased by 10%, volume of cone is nothing but 1 by 3 pi r square h. You have 2 radius, 1 height. Mohan, check your answer. Somebody, yeah, Mohan, your answer is correct. Volume of cone is this one, right? What is the new volume? 1 by 3 pi. Radius increased by 10% means 110% whole square. Height increased by 10% means 110%. So you can consider this is 110% whole cube into 1 by 3 pi r square h. So volume of cone is 110% whole cube of, okay, new one is 110% whole cube means, okay, it's like 1.1 whole cube because 110%, 110 by 100, which is nothing but 1.1. So 1.1 whole cube is 1.331 times volume of cone. Okay, so guys, if you see 1.2 means 20%, we can say, or else this is 1 plus something, right? How much percentage increase is 0.331 into 100? 1 means no profit, no loss, no increase. How much extra is 0.331 into 100 you do? This is 33.1% increase directly, we can say. 33.1% increase. 1 plus something. 1 means there is no increase, no decrease. 1 plus something extra, 0.331 extra. Okay, that if you do into 100, that will say 33.1% increase. 1 plus, what is the extra that you can do? Wine and water is there, mixture allegation, my dear friend, anonymous attendee, please wait there. Yeah, you can also assume Mohanta and you can do no objection with that. But still, this will give you a bit better approach only. Yeah, you should know volume of cone. We are discussing areas and volumes as well. Don't worry. There you can find what is volume of cone, how you got that formula. All those things will give the inputs. No issues with that. Fine. 1 plus something. 1 plus 1 means no profit, no loss. What is the extra is there? For that, if you do into 100, that will say, okay, what is the percentage increase? 1 minus something, what is that extra? Minus for that, if you do, it's how much percentage decrease also will get, let you know. Fine. Now, similarly, this question is given for 1 mark. Okay. And you can find this is the option. You can practice this. This is the question given in GATE exam. Answer is 125%. Later you can do this case. Here only radius increased by 50%. Not remaining height is constant. Only radius increased by 50%. If you just do, we'll get 125% actually. Only radius, not height. Now let's focus on this question. Yeah, let's see here. A got 10% marks less than B. B got 25% more than C. And C got 20% less than D. A got 10% marks less than B means A is nothing but 90% of B. 10 less than B means A is 90% of B, you should write. B got 25% more than C means B is 125% of C. C got 20% less than D means C is 80% of D. So guys, I hope you got the clarity with this. 10% less than B means 90%, and B got 25% more than C means 125. C got 20% less than D means this is what, okay. Now the relation between A and D we want. A is nothing but 90% of B. B is nothing but 125% of C. C is nothing but 80% of D. Okay. So here, how much percentage they're asking? How much A percentage is? A got 360 out of 500, right? Into 100 if you calculate, he got 72%. A percentage is 72. This is 90%. 125% means 125 by 100. 80% is 80 by 100. Okay, here you should find what is the total. Now see this. This is 24 25s. This is 25 5s, 25 4s. 4 4 and 5 5 get cancelled. This is 9 8s and 9 10s. And finally, I think we got D is nothing but how much percentage we want, right? Okay, 80% we'll get. 0.8, fine. 0.8 means nothing but 80%. If you want to convert into percentage, you should multiply with 100. 0.8 we'll get. It's nothing but 80% we can call. This is what my difference. A and D relationship is this. It's not 75. You got 80. Somebody will calculate B from that C, from that D. Waste of time. Good. See the next one. percentage change and percentage comparison we are going to discuss. See this, my dear friends, percentage change. Already you people done with that in this topic actually. Percentage change means percentage increase, percentage rise, percentage growth, okay, and profit percent, all those. And other thing is percentage decrease, percentage fall, percentage reduction, loss percent. All these are similar, okay? All these are similar. Both comes under percentage change only. Okay, if we already we are very much good in profit percent and loss percent, so it is already done with percentage change actually. Percentage change is already done. Profit percent, you know, loss percent, you know. So what I mean to say, suppose 20 become 25. What is the percentage increase? 20 become 25. What is the percentage increase? Means like profit percent we should do. So guys, what is the profit here? 5. What is the cost price is 20 into 100 we have to do. We can say 25% increase. We can say 25% increase. 20 become 25. This is what 25% increase. Got it? This question you just try to understand increase. Now 20 become 18. Is it increase or decrease? Decrease. What is the percentage decrease? Percentage decrease or loss percentage is nothing but 2 decreased from 20 into 100 is nothing but 10% decrease. 10% decrease, that's what you just try to understand. 10% decrease here, 25% increase. Here, Sagar, profit and loss we calculate with respect to cost price, right, Sagar? This is cost price, this is selling price. Profit or loss, both should be considered as with respect to cost price only, right? Here, what I can say, percentage change is nothing but change with respect to initial value into 100. Initially, cost price is there, right? Initial value into 100. That's what you can do, Sagar. No confusion. Initial value you have to take. Got it? Now, one good application, we'll start with one good application here. See the 17th question. A number is mistakenly divided by 5 instead of multiplied by 5. Suppose number is 10. You divide by 5 means result is 2. Multiplied by 5 means result is 50. This is wrong, mistakenly did. This is the correct one. 2 is the wrong one, 50 is the correct answer, right? Now here, listen. Percentage error is different, percentage correction is different. Two things they can ask. Percentage error, everyone you focus, percentage error or percentage mistake is a different game. Percentage correction is a different game. See guys, what is the error or what is the mistake? Mistake means wrong value become correct, correct value become wrong value. Mistake or error means you should get 50 but you got 2. 50 is changed as 2. Correction means, okay, suppose you are doing something wrong, I'm correcting you. Correcting means wrong one is changed to correct one. Try to understand the basic methodology. Correction means whatever it is you people are doing wrong, I'm correcting that, making as a correct one, okay, changing to correct one. So this is also percentage change indirectly. Yes, error is also change. Correct value become wrong value. Okay, wrong value become correct value is what? Correction. Now I hope you came to know here 48 with respect to 50 into 100. We got 96%. Error or mistake is 96%, but correction is 2400%. See the difference here. Akshat, it's not for 480, it's 96 actually. The next one is 2400. You just try to understand, guys. So my dear friends, go with the basic approach. Don't back the formulas. Error. What is the meaning of error? Correct value become wrong value. Okay, you have to get option B, you got option A. Correct answer is something, you got wrong answer. That's what the error. Or you have to get 70, you got 65. Error is that. So error means yes, correct value become wrong value. That's the error. Correct value changed as wrong value, change. What is the percentage change is? Difference between that with respect to initial value. Difference between 50 and 2 is 40. Initial value is 50 into 100. Whereas correction means wrong value changing as correct value. Wrong value changing as correct value. Right. Now here 2 become 50. What is the change is 48 with respect to initial value is 2 here. Wrong value changed as correct. You just try to think about it. I'm not giving any formulas for you. This is all basic nature of the question. You should understand the nature of the question. Here percentage correction is also not given, but I'm just adding you to make you people confused and to understand better also. Both is there. If you understand, yeah, fine, you will be next level. Percentage is error with respect to initial value into 100. Somebody will say, yeah, percentage error formula is there, sir. Error with respect to correct value into 100. Fine, you can buy that, sir. That's not a problem for me. But nature of error is correct value become wrong value. Fine. Now what about next question? Hope you understand this. Percentage change. One basic example. Now let's see about this next question as well. Percentage change in his savings. You should decide at the end whether it is rise, increase or fall, decrease. The change may be increase or decrease. You should decide whether it is increase or decrease and what percentage you should decide. Now let's go through the question, guys. We just try. The question is entirely with percentage. You can assume value wherever it's required. No issue with that. You just try. Percentage change in his savings. A saves 20% of his income. Okay, we don't know what is the income of A. Consider it is equal to some 1000 or 100 or 10,000. It's your choice. 100 or 1000 or 10,000 or X also, no issue for me. Anish, check once. 1000, 20% savings. A saved 20% means 2200. And remaining is nothing but expenditure 800. Okay. Now we know already that right relation between saving and income. Saving is income minus expenditure. What is the income you are getting or salary you are getting? Income minus expenses or expenditure is nothing but saving. Right. Now here A income increased by 20%. So A income is now 1200. 20% increase. We'll get it like 1200 is the A income. Okay. Next important thing is expenditure is also increased by 30%. What is the new expenditure? Is 130% of 800, which is nothing but 1040. Guys, expenditure is now 1040. Okay. Now, what is the A savings? A initial savings is 200. Now, new savings, I think you can understand from this. What is the new savings is nothing but 160. Among 1200, 1040 gone. What is the new savings is nothing but 160. Is it increase or decrease, guys? Rise or fall? Fall. How much fall is? 200 become 160 means 40 fall from 200. In 200 we should do, this will give you 20% fall. 20% fall. Guys, it's not 4% fall, 20% fall. Fall is decided, but how much percentage is this? I don't know what is the income. You people can assume some value. It's not 4% fall. I think I can see many of you people are mentioning 4% fall, 4% rise, but this is 20% fall. Today's session is only 2.5 hours. I think break is not required actually. We'll see. See, guys, I think some of you repeatedly asking every question to explain again and again. Fine, let's see. So, guys, A income, we don't know. Let it be 1000 or X also, you can assume. I don't have any objection, but still you will get same answer. If you have value, you can proceed easily and you can do the calculations better. That's it, okay? And we know saving is income minus expenses. Here 1000 is the income, 20% saving means 200, and expenses is 800, remaining 80%. 800. Next, A income, 20% increase means 1200, 20% increase. 20% for 1000 is nothing but, okay, 20% for 1000 is nothing but 200. We got 1200. Expenditure increased by 30%. Don't write here, okay, 30% for 1200, 1000. No. For expenditure, 30% increase. Previous expenditure is 800. It's increased by 30% means 130% of 800. A lot of people, they'll do mistake in this one. We got 1040 now. Among 1200, expenditure 1040 means saving is income minus expenditure. We got 160 is the saving. Previous savings is 200. Now savings is 160. Definitely it's fall. How much percentage fall is? What is the change? How much decrease with respect to initial value? Percentage decrease, percentage fall, all are same. Got it? Fine. Nothing. People are asking regarding break. Okay, fine. So we'll start around 7:45. Okay, we are just giving you okay very small break around 8 minutes. 7:45 we'll start. 8 minutes break. That's it. Okay, just refresh. Join at 7:45 exactly. We need to discuss previous year questions as well. Join exactly 7:45, guys. Don't miss. Yeah, my dear friends. Okay, somebody asking regarding practice booklet. Yeah, that's what new practice booklet is getting updated. Okay, so we're just trying to give the finishing touch for that. Okay, any mistakes or proofreading is going on. Once that is done, we'll upload this in OTS platform. Okay, you can't take print, but you can go through the question somehow, some conditions, terms and conditions with that. Okay. Then later, I think if people can receive that booklet, all those things will follow. But initially, as a emergency immediate step, we'll try to upload that. Once proofreading is done, we'll upload in the OTS platform that PDF. Okay. Now let's see about this next question, guys. Okay. 2 marks question. Offline classes depends on the government instruction. Somebody asking regarding offline class. You people know what's the situation now. Okay, nothing is in our hands. So if government give permission, we'll go ahead with the offline classes. See this 2 marks question, guys. Sorry, my dear friend, I don't know about what about that hard copy. You can call to our website. You just go through in our website. Okay, you have a contact number, call to them. We are faculty, we don't know regarding what is that basic works going on regarding printing, hard copy and all. Please contact them, give you details, they can give you the inputs. Now let's see about this 19th question. Fiscal deficit was 4% of the GDP in 2015 and that increased to 5% in 2016. The GDP increased by 10% from 2015 to 2016. What is the percentage increase? Okay. Now, GDP in 2015, I assume as 100. Assumption this is assumed as 100. Then GDP in 2016 is nothing but 110. Why? Because of 10% increase. GDP increased by 10%. So 100 become now 110 here. Okay, 110. Next, what about fiscal deficit? Is nothing but in 2015 is nothing but 4% of GDP. 4% of 100, which is equal to 4. Whereas fiscal deficit in 2016 is nothing but 5% of 110. Okay, GDP in that year, which is 5.5. So guys, we just try to check how you got 5 point. This is 2 marks question given in GATE exam. Anonymous attendee except you, I think remaining all, hope I'm audible. Guys, hope I'm audible, right? One person is mentioning 10 times same message, not audible likewise. I think, yeah, fine. Thanks for your reply, guys. Now let's see about this percentage increase or decrease here. In fact, they mentioned the question percentage increase. We can directly go ahead. Yeah. Fiscal deficit in 2015 to fiscal deficit in 2016. 4 become 5.5. It's definitely increase. How much increase is 1.5 with respect to 4 into 100? We'll get 37.5%. 37.5% increase. Option A is correct. 37.5% increase. It's increased clearly. Fine. Excellent, my dear friends. See the next question. See, percentage increase. I mentioned net effect or percentage change. Percentage increase, percentage decrease, percentage comparison. Comparison I will discuss in next slide. Okay, comparison, a lot of things we have. And this question, everyone need to pay attention because this is the 2 marks question, fine. But a lot of things are involved. Too many unknowns are there. If you want to understand this better, you need to concentrate, guys. Everyone, you please read the question twice. I'll wait for your people. Okay, just try to read this question twice. Go through the inputs clearly. Then you can understand the explanation, whatever you're giving. You just focus on this, my dear friends. population of state X increased by X percent and population of state Y increased by small y percent from 2001 to 2011. 2001 and 2011. First state X, there is some population. So consider state X population is M. Okay, state Y population is N. State X population I am considering as M. State Y is N. Fine. Now they mention state X population increased by small x percent. See, small x percent, small y percent already M and N. This is also we are assuming. What is state X in 2001 and all. Here, listen guys, they mention small x is greater than y. Now I am assuming, you assume any value for x and y, making sure it's x small x greater than y. I assume x equal to 10%, y equal to 5. X value 10 and y value 5. You take x value 20, y value 5, also it's your choice. In the sense here 10% increase, meaning 110% of M. 2011 state X population is 110% of M. Here 5% increase means 105% of N. I assume small x and small y value to do better calculation or to do fast calculations. Otherwise nothing. Okay, it will take more time to do the question to improve that thing. So we're just going with okay x and y assumption. Next one, listen. P is nothing but what they mentioned. P, you just read the question. Okay, what is here? P is nothing but ratio of state X and state Y population in a given year. So P in 2001 is nothing but state X population in 2001 with respect to state Y. Whereas P in 2011 is state X population in 2011 with respect to state Y population. Now here I can say this is 22 by 21. P in 2011 is 22 by 21 means 1 plus 1 by 21 into P in 2001. So guys, this is what I got. Okay, P in 2011, 22 by 21 can be written as 1 plus 1 by 21. I hope you know that. Now what is the percentage increase here? See, 1 plus something. What the something is 1 by 12. That you should multiply with 100. So 100 by 12, 21%. Guys, which option is giving 100 by 21%? That's what I want. What is the percentage increase is 100 by 21. Now how to solve this question is, you substitute x and y value in the options. You just substitute small x value and small y value in the options. Which option is giving 100 by 21 is your answer. It's not option B, not option C. Because this is 5, this will give 2. But we want 100 by 21 is option A. Because 100 into 5 by 105, we got 100 by 21%. See, if you assume small x and small y value, any value you assume, what are the result you are getting, finally that will satisfy option A only. This is a bit easy if you assume small x and small y. If you don't assume small x and small y value, it becomes very lengthy to solve, my dear friends. Got it? Why M is divided by N? Why can't addition? Anonymous attendee, you please see this line, sir. P is what? What P they given? You please see this line. P be the ratio of state X to state Y. Ratio means A is to B means A by B, right? Sir, you got the clarity now. Y can't addition, this is what? Ratio. X is to Y means X by Y. P is to Q means P by Q. Okay, excellent. You take X value 15, Y value 10 or X value 20, Y value 5, same thing. You substitute or finally you got some percentage here that if you check options, only option A will be satisfied. This is the one tricky question in all entire this percentage concept. Okay, bit lengthy one, but we still simplified it. Okay, compared to the original one. If you have small x and small y as it is, it will definitely take more time. I'm assuming some value for x and y so that you people can do the things bit easy. Otherwise, it looks very complicated, guys. If two options satisfy, you should go with two options, Grishma. You can try with other value of x and y. I think it will not satisfy two options anyhow. Okay, we can try with other value also, madam. If for all values, if you got two options satisfy, yes, maybe. Because 100 can written as 10 square also. They can write in different way. Got it? 10 square or 100 both are equal, or 25 into 4 100. They may represent same answer in other option also, same expression in other way. So fine, we can go ahead. If for all values of x and y, two options are satisfied, means yes, it may be multi-select question. Fine, let's see about next one. This is what percentage comparison: higher than, taller than, shorter than, less than, more than, less than, higher than, lower than, shorter than, all this, or percentage comparison: taller than, shorter than, less than. Okay. Now here, A's salary is 25% taller than that of B. Fine. A salary is 25% taller than that of B, means 125% of B. Now 125% means 125 by 100, right? This is 25 fives, 25 fours. Now B is 4 by 5 of A. 4 by 5, if you convert into percentage, we will get 80%. 4 by 5, if you want to convert into percentage, we should multiply with 100, which is nothing but 80%. So B is 80% of A. So B is 20% less than A directly. Without any formula, this is how you can do. B is 80% of A. So 20% less than, B is 20% less than A. That's it, option D, my dear friends. D, fine, 20%, not B. A lot of people, they'll think 25%. Yeah, 25% higher means 25% more. Increase, yes. A is 25% more than B, higher than B, more than B. Lower than means less than Sridhar. Now see this 22 related to comparison only, 20% less than, 30% more than. You just see what they given in these 2-3 lines information is Naveen's monthly income is 30% more than that of Ravi. 30% more than means 130%. And Ravi's monthly income is 20% less than Venki. So 80% of Venki. Now relation between Naveen and Venki is 130% okay. 130 by 100. Ravi is 80% of Venki, 80 by 100 of Venki. Now if you just check it out, what is the relationship is Naveen is 1.04 of Venki. 1.04 because 13 into 8 is 104, divided by 100 is there. Okay. Now in question they given difference between Naveen and Venki monthly income is 800. Naveen is now 1.04 times Venki, minus Venki is 800. I hope you got Venki is nothing but 20,000. 0.04V is 800. From that Venki is 20,000. Okay. But answer is not 20,000. Answer is not 20,000. 20,000 is there in the options. But what they are asking, okay, that's what important. Yeah, they're asking regarding Ravi. That's what, guys. So a lot of people, the same mistake they'll do in exam. Okay, they'll try for some answer. We got some unknown. That if that is available in the options, we may go with that. But Ravi is 80% of Venki. Venki is 20,000. 80% means we'll get 16,000. So we can go with option A. 16,000 is correct answer, my dear friends. Excellent. That's what, guys. Okay. Lot of examples we discussed till now. Fine. Now let's see about this next question. Here, this is not a separate model, I can say, but this is an alert. When they mention the question, remaining left rest or balance, if they mention these lines, you should be very careful. While handling the question, you should be very careful. That's an alert. That's it. This is not a separate model, I can say. This is an alert for everyone. When they're given remaining or left or rest or balance in the question, be careful. Okay. In a library, 20% books are in English, 50% of the remaining is in Hindi. So total is T, for example, total books is T. You can assume value also, it's your choice. 20% of that is English. Now 80% is there. They mention 50% of remaining, not 50% of total. 50% means half of this, right? 40%. You just be alert, guys. Okay, you have to get 40% here. 50% of the remaining. Remaining is nothing but 80%. 50% for that means 40. And what is the remaining is actually 40% still. They mention this is nothing but 900. Remaining are 900. Remaining is 40%. That's they given 900. 40% 900. This is also 40% 900. 20% is 450. So what is the total is 900 plus 900 plus 450. We can do different type of calculations. Okay, it's your choice. But the answer is 2250. Not none. 2250. 40% is 900. This is 900 again 900. 20% means half, right? Whenever 40% is 900, I can say 20% is nothing but 450. Got it? So we got total 2250. Somebody said none. Please check the calculations. Remaining they mention. Be careful when they mention remaining in the question. That's it. 80 minus 50, 30. Sir, Mohan, that's what, sir. Don't go for 80 minus 50. 50% of 80. Mohan, 50% of remaining. Remaining is 80. 50% of remaining. That's very important. Mohanta, total 100%, right? Mohanta, here 40% is 900. As you know, 40% is 900. This 40% also 900. 20% will be 450. 20 plus 40 plus 40 total, right? It's very simple, Mohan. See the next question. Remaining left balance, like that, if they use, you have to be very careful. They use the word remaining in the question here. So make sure what are they mentioned in the question. Okay. Now see this. Gaurav spends 30% of his monthly income on food articles. His monthly salary is 18,400. So guys, see the question carefully. His salary, monthly salary or monthly income is 18,400. 30% of that. What are the value? Don't worry. I just suggest you don't waste your time while calculating, especially IAS as aspirants. So guys, you don't try to calculate this what is 30% and don't waste your time. You just see what are we following now. For GATE students, as virtual calculator is allowed, you people can calculate at least, but IS students don't do this calculation. You just stay serious. What is the approach? 30% for food article means what is the remaining is 70%. Okay. Now this is what remaining. Remaining is this. Next, they spend 40% of remaining on cloths and conveyance. 40% of this one. Okay, let us consider this is all together X. 40% of X they spend. So remaining is 60% of X. Consider all this equal to X. Okay, for better calculations, I am informing you this method. Okay, you can consider this is now 60% of X. This is what the remaining now. CC means cloths and conveyance in shortcut. Now 50% is savings. 50% means 50% of 60% of X. 50% means 50 by 100, which is 1 by 2. 60% means 60 by 100. X is nothing but 70% of 18,400. Now what will happen? All these cancellations can be done at one go. Okay, not doing every step, all the calculations. You can do all calculations at one go. Now this is 1 by 2, 50%, we know 1 by 2. This 0 cancel, this 0 cancel. These two zeros get cancelled. This is anyhow 3 times. Now we should do 21 into 184. Okay, which is 3,864. Option B. See, calculations is all your wish, guys. I don't object, but fine. Okay, what are the method you are following? You can calculate 70% of this and 40% removing again 60% for the 50. You can do like that also. Fine. Savings is nothing but finally 3,864 you got. Let's see one more example related to this rest or balance so that you people can get habit for this type of question. See this one. Read the question. Whenever you see these words rest, balance, left amount, remaining amount, you should be very alert. Rest, balance, left, remaining, all those things, you should be very careful. From the salary of an officer, 10% is deduced as house rent. 15% of the rest he spends on children's education. Okay, what is the salary not given? Two things what we can do. We can assume or take it as yes. Two methods. This is method 1 without assumption. Method 2, you assume something as salary. Salary value, you can assume something. Okay, or you can put it as yes itself. Among salary, 10% is deducted for house rent. What is the remaining is 90% of salary is available. Okay, salary 90% available, already 10% is gone. Now, okay, they mentioned 15% of the rest he spends on children's education. So 15% of this means 15% of 90% of salary he spends on children's education. Remaining is 85% of 90% of his. That you have to understand why you got 85%. Then again, among this 10% he spends on clothes. What is available is 90% of 85% of 90% of salary is left. This is nothing but equal to 1,377. Okay, you just try to do this calculation. Okay, what is the salary? finally. Okay, 90%, 85%, and 90%. All these calculations. Okay, if you calculate, we got salary is nothing but 2000. This is method one. I think it may take more time for you people. You can go for method two as well. Okay, 2000 is the answer, guys. If you solve this equation. Or else, I think better you can go with value as well. Salary is 1000, maybe per hour, per hour. Okay, per minute, maybe you take it as a positive side. Okay, 10% for house rent means 100 rupees for house rent. You left with 900. 15% for children education means 135 rupees. Still we are having 765 rupees. Okay, again 10% for cloths. 10% means 76.5 divided by 10 for cloths. You left with 68.5. Sorry, 685.5. 76.5. 688.5. Yeah. 76 means we'll get, yeah, 764. Yeah, fine. But in question they're given 1377. What is the correction factor is into 2, right? If you just check the correction factor, we can consider into 2 because they left with 1377. So whatever you assumed, you should multiply with 2 or multiply with 20. This is left amount. So we should multiply with 2 to get the correct answer. So guys, whatever it is convenient, because in this question entire, it's all about percentage. They're using only percentage. Okay, 10% of the remaining, okay, 10% of the left, 10% of the balance, 15% of the balance, like that. All percentages they're handling. You can assume some value and you can proceed. Got it? Whatever is convenient, you can apply. Mohan, the first method is always okay. Second method, as I mentioned, okay, people should be very careful when there is addition or subtraction like that. Okay, some value you are adding. I mean to say, instead of some percentage, okay, 50. In place of 10%, 10 rupees left means, then you should go with first method only. Guys, when assumption is failed is, in place of 10%, 10 rupees is taken, 100 rupees is taken, particularly some amount is taken, you can't go, you can't apply. Nishant, you can't add all the expenditures because, okay, 10% of something is different, 15% of something is different. So you just try to check. This is 10% of the initial salary. This is 15% of 90. This is 10%. You can't add all the expenditures. That's what Nishant I clearly mentioned. When you have this type of heading, rest balance, these keywords, if you see, you should be very careful, my dear friend. This is what they mentioned, 10% removed, remaining is 900. Again 15%. Somebody asking to explain again, please see this. Remaining amount is this, 15% of this. And now balance amount or remaining amount is this. Okay, 10% of that. 10% means divide 15% of 900. This all calculations you should do, guys. 15% means 15 by 100. You just check it out. We got 135. Right. Okay, rest left balance. That keywords you should be very careful. Fine. Excellent. Last one in this topic is product constant. What is this product constant? Is, guys, for a better understanding, suppose area of rectangle. What is area of rectangle is length into breadth. Here area is the product of length and breadth, right? Now here, if length increased, if you want to maintain same area, if length increase, will decrease the breadth. That's a product constant. To maintain same area, if length decreased, we should increase the breadth. Okay, this is one basic example. To maintain same area, product constant, I mean to say product is constant. If you want to maintain same area, if length increase, breadth should decrease, or if length decrease, breadth should increase. Or else second thing is expenditure is nothing but price into consumption. I'll explain you in detail what is this price and consumption as well. Okay, wait for a while. Expenditure is price into consumption. So we're not understanding what is this expenditure all. We just wait for it. E equal to P into C in short. Okay. Expenditure is price into consumption. Yeah. Now here, suppose, my dear friends, sugar cost is 10 per kg price. Your budget is 100 rupees. How much you can buy is nothing but 10 kgs. That's what consumption. Expenditure is price into consumption. Okay. Now, if sugar cost, if price is now, this is first case. If price is increased, in the sense price become 20 per kg. To maintain same expenditure, meaning 100, what should be consumption? 5 per kg, right? So consumption should decrease. When price increase, to maintain same expenditure, okay, same product constant, you should decrease the consumption. Or if price is like 8 per kg, then consumption must be 12.5 kgs. 12.5 kgs. So consumption is increased to maintain same expenditure. Same expenditure. Yeah, Mohant, we can consider that. Fine. So guys, this is what, okay. One decrease, other should increase, or okay, to maintain same expenditure. Fine. Now let's see about the question. First one. I think we are already done with 20. We'll continue the same for 25. Let's see about this 26. If price of sugar increased by 25%, by what percentage must a family reduce its consumption of sugar so that there is no change? See guys, price increased. Listen, I'll give two methods. Expenditure is price into consumption. In fact, three methods. When as price is increased by 25%, expenditure also increased by 25%. Suppose expenditure is initially 100. Okay. Now expenditure become 125. Now if you want same expenditure, because they mentioned no change in expenditure, so you have to get same thing. This can be done by consumption. If consumption decrease, expenditure will decrease. Okay, how much consumption decrease is nothing but equal to 125 become 100. 125 become 100 means 25 with respect to 125 into 100 we should do initial value. Here initial value for consumption decrease is nothing but 125. You will get 20%, my dear friends. See this. When price is increased by 25%, consumption should decrease by 20% so that expenditure can be maintained same expenditure, no change in expenditure. I repeat, sir, how can this will affect? Yes, expenditure is directly proportional to price. When price increase, expenditure increase. Expenditure is directly proportional to consumption. When consumption decrease, expenditure will decrease. That's it. As price increase, expenditure is now 125. Now to bring back to the same expenditure, we can decrease the consumption. Okay, that will affect the expenditure obviously. This is method 1. Okay. The shortcut for this one, why not 25? That's what, sir. Guys, sir, you can see this. You can take practically, okay, some value also you can consider, sir. 5 by 4 into 4 by 5. Is it 1? No effect, right? 5 by 4, 4 by 5 cancel. 5 by 4 is 125%. 4 by 5 is 80%. When there is 25% increase, other one should be 20% decrease to maintain same. Sir, hope you understand. This is internal explanation of that. If one is increased by 25%, other should be decreased by 20%. So that same thing will maintain. Got it. Somebody asking why not 25, that's what, okay. Now, remember this trick, my dear friends. When our product is constant, if there is X by Y increase, decrease is actually X by X plus Y decrease required to maintain product constant. I repeat, if it is X by Y increase, then you should get X by X plus Y decrease. Or else if it is A by B decrease, then we should do A by B minus A increase. I'll give you the explanation of what is this shortcut. If you want to maintain the product constant, if one decrease, other one should increase, right? If suppose price increase, consumption should decrease like this. If price decrease, consumption should increase like this. So we are not understanding what is this X by Y, X by X plus Y. Now in this question, how much increase is 25%, right? 25% increase means 1 by 4 increase. 25% means 1 by 4. That implies how much decrease required is 1 by 1 plus 4 decrease. Means 1 by 5. 1 by 5 is nothing but 20%. That's it. Guys, answer completed. 1 by 1 plus 4. When it is X by Y increase, okay, to get the product constant, you require X by X plus Y decrease. If it is already decreasing, we should increase A by B minus A. This shortcut you can, if you want, you can apply, or else you can go with the basic nature. Already method 1 is given. What is going on internally? If people clearly understand in method 1, or else you can use method 2. It's your choice, guys. But for method 2, mandatory product must be constant. Got it? Now let's see about this question. Length of a rectangle increased by 60%. By what percent should the width have to be decreased to maintain the same area? You can use shortcut or you can go with any method. Area considered as 100. Length increased 60%, so area become 160. You have to bring back to same area. This will be done by width decrease or breadth decrease. So 160 become 100 means 60 divided by 160 into 100. Got it? This is 3, 23s, 25s, 28, sorry. 4 2s, 4 25s. So I hope you got 37.5% decrease. Percentage decrease in width is this. Got it? 37.5. If you want, you can use that shortcut also. What is that shortcut is all about? What is that shortcut is all about? A by B, 60% increase, right? Means 60 by 100. Meaning 3 by 5 increase. What is the decrease is X by X plus Y decrease. So 3 by 8 decrease If you want percentage, we should multiply with 100, which will give 37. This is 425s, 4 2s. We got 37.5% decrease. Both same. Okay, this is what I don't recommend formula, my dear friend. If you want, you can search in our material. Okay, formulas are available. You can just search expenditure and price. Fine. Okay, price, consumption, expenditure. You can find the formulas, but I don't recommend formula. This is very basic and simple thing. Sagar, if there is change also, I'll just give you one input. Okay, same question, slightly I change. You see, if you understand the concept, there are a lot of things to learn. Suppose it's not only, yeah, that shortcut is applicable only when there is no change. But basic methodology can be applied whenever there is change also. What I can say, if the length of a rectangle is increased by 60%, by what percent would the width have to be decreased? Okay, to allow 10% increase in area. Now see this, guys, this is you can do only with concept. Even though if you have formulas in textbook, okay, those all formulas will be wind up. Okay, you can't solve this, especially this question, whatever I changed now. You just see the question what I changed, guys. This is a bit interesting now. Okay, 60% length increased, but okay, what is the percentage decrease in width to allow 10% increase in area? 10% increase in area. Fine. Now, if you just focus here, yeah, you can do that. And on a certainty, you can use that formula. But listen, this concept is initially 100 area is. Now we go 160 because length increased, area become 160. Now width should decrease, but you are having some change in the area. How much change is 10% increase is allowed, means we can go with 110. You can go with 110. Okay, 160 become 110. See that? Good update, right? 10% allowed. You should allow 10% increase. Okay, you are not allowing too much. Okay, fine. Suppose you have 90 rupees is petrol cost. 90 rupees is the petrol cost. Okay, but say if you taken 100 rupees for the petrol bunk. Okay, if price is 110, still price increase. 90 rupees become 110, but you can reduce the consumption. You have 100 rupees budget. 10 rupees is allowed. You have extra amount. That is concept oriented. This is. You have some extra amount sometimes. Okay, not entire satisfied. You don't have 160, you may have 110, right? So 160 become 110 means 50 divided by 160 into 100. This is what the power of concept, guys. That's what I'll suggest everyone, because just now one of your friend asking regarding, sir, any formula you suggest. That's what here, formula will fail. For sure, formula will fail here. Okay, recommended to go with the concept, 31.25% decrease. No formula for this situation. Some percentage if you want to allow, formulas will not applicable, will not be applicable. Got it? Excellent. And last question, finishing for today's topic is also such a good question. I think visibility issue, right? I'll just change. See this last question, my dear friends. Yeah, read the question carefully. This is also related to expenditure, price and consumption only. Okay, see this last one. Then we'll go with the doubts. This is very good concept oriented question. A challenge, okay, to get the best solution other than what we discuss now. A reduction of 10% in the price of sugar enables a householder to obtain 3 kg more for rupees 225. Okay, the price per kg of sugar after reduction is, or new price they're asking. New price per kg. Sometimes they'll ask you new price per kg or price after reduction. Excellent, Moink Agarwal. Bhushan, wrong answer. Moink Agarwal, correct. Guys, read the question carefully. Now listen. So see the solution, guys. Okay, people can solve with equations, but don't. 8.5 is wrong. Answer is 7.5. As we are running short of time. Okay, session time is almost closing. So let me go ahead with the explanation, my dear friends. Listen. So guys, suppose here 225 rupees is the budget. 225 rupees is the budget. Okay, 10% reduced, right? So 10% of 225 means 22.5 rupees. Listen, everyone. You have 225 rupees. You went to one shop. You had 225 rupees. You went to one shop. Last month you are getting X kgs. Okay, but this month you are getting, as price is reduced, you are getting 3 kgs more. Okay, because price is something previously, now price is 90%, price is reduced. For same 225 rupees you are getting 3 kgs more. Listen guys, the good question, actually this is good concept oriented question. Focus. 10% of 225, suppose you don't want that extra, means you can save 22.5 rupees. As per new price, 10% of 225 means 22.5. You can save 22.5 rupees and you can get X kgs. X kgs. You are getting X plus 3. How many kgs extra? 3 kgs extra. For how many rupees? Let's try to think. 10% of 225 means 22.5. Okay, you can save 22.5 rupees or you can get 3 kgs for that. Save 22.5 or get 3 kgs. Fine. So as per new price, 22.5 rupees will give 3 kgs. So which is 7.5 rupees per kg. That's it. Got it? See, you can save 22.5 rupees as 10% decreased, or else you can get 3 kgs for that amount. Sujit, that's it. Sujit, Pushkara, Sujit Kulkarni, you had 225 rupees. You are getting X kgs last time. As now price is decreased, you are getting 3 kgs more. If you don't want 3 kgs more, you can save 22.5 rupees. Bhushan, this is 90%, right? Somebody is asking original price. Bhushan, if you want original price, this is 90% is 7.5. From this, you can find original price, my dear friend. If you want original price, this is what? This is reduced price after reduction. Original price is like this. No need of any equations, my dear friend. Got it, Bhushan? Such a good question will give a lot of inputs actually. Original price, this is what? Okay. Sagar, 10% of X is 225. No, 10% of 225 is that. Okay. Budget is 225 rupees. 10% you saved among the budget. You suppose you have 1000 rupees, you went to one shop, as price is decreased, you can save some amount. And certainly if you want other method, what you can do, method 2, if you want, see this lengthy and traditional method which is available in all textbooks, is the consumption is difference. Consumption is nothing but 2 consumptions, difference is nothing but 3 kgs. Consumption can be considered as expenditure by price. Expenditure is 225. Price is initially, okay, this is 90%. Next one is price is P. You can find P, okay, and you have to calculate 90% of P finally. My dear friend, this is the alternate method. Difference between consumption is 3 kgs. Consumption is expenditure by price. Okay, you can do this equation solving. You can find what is 90% of P, because after reduction, right, this will give 7.5 actually. Solve. Okay, you can find 90% of P is nothing but 7.5 per kg. Got it, my dear friend? Somebody is asking with equation. Jyoti, why we have to divide with by 3 is, Jyoti, see this. Here 3 kgs cost is 22.5, madam. Instead of 22.5 rupees, you are getting 3 kgs. They're asking per kg. See the question carefully. Price per kg. Price per kg. This is 22.5 rupees. How many rupees per kg? Got it, madam? It's not for 3 kgs, right? Per kg they're asking. That's why we're dividing by 3. For 22.5 rupees, we are getting 3 kgs. Fine. Now, those who are having doubts will enable now raising hand option if people can ask your doubts. And for remaining people, thank you so much for attending the session. So I think today also people have some updates. Okay, if you have doubts, requesting everyone to just wait for your clarification. Thank you so much, Vandal, for your patience listening and nice cooperation. I request everyone, those who are having doubts, please wait and get clarified. I hope you learned something. Tomorrow's topic is simple interest and compound interest. Simple interest and compound interest. Tomorrow concept. Yeah, fine. Yeah, Mohanta, I'll definitely send you the solution. Sorry for the late. Shivam, I don't know about that. Okay, you can just call to our website. Enano certainty, I think it's around 17th of next month. Yeah, Enano certainty, yes, this aptitude is sufficient for SSC and bank exam, but see, still few more topics you may need to get updates. See the syllabus, leave these topics what are done for you. Okay, remaining topics you have to focus, because in bank exam they evaluate your performance only in aptitude, reasoning and verbal. They don't have any other rounds. Okay, maybe essay writing, fine. But in GATE exam and IES, you have a good stuff regarding your technical subjects. They want to evaluate your performance as well, along with this general aptitude. So, bit update in the syllabus may be there. But what are the topics we discussed? It's sufficient for SSC as well as bank exams. But what are the new topics is that you just need to get update, my dear friend. Once I say syllabus completed, you just check what's the syllabus, GATE and IS, whatever we discussed with your bank exam syllabus, so that you can do. My dear friend, okay, books are getting updated. Please wait. No, anonymous certainty. I'm just done with this subject actually. Yes, Sagar, this topics is I'm handling placements for ICE Engineering College as well. Okay, training related to that. GATE, IES, all these things. Okay, this is sufficient for your placements as well. But one or two topics depends on the company, whatever you're approaching. Suppose if you want to go for Infosys company, there is a topic called crypto arithmetic that you have to get update. Okay, and if you want to go for some other company like CTS or Wipro like that, there is some other topics you need to focus. Like I can say coded inequalities, you need to focus, eligibility criteria topic. Depends on the company. One or two topics you need to get update. Yes, 90% will be matched, 10% you should get update, depends on the given exam. Okay, somebody is waiting for a rising hand. Fine, Mohanta, I'll just reply for that mail. Okay, I'm just a bit busy regarding that material till now. I'll just reply for that. Angmo, please, you are allowed to talk. Nilja Angmo.
Sir, question number 11.
Yeah, madam, sure. Question number 11. Yeah, madam, please.
Yes, sir. Here we have taken 20% invalid vote from the total vote, right?
Yeah.
But why we haven't taken it from the 55%?
Madam, generally you just try to understand the voting election basic thing is they'll give a total voter. Suppose it's a MLA election or president election or sarpanch election in your constitution or maybe in your area or village or town, whatever it may be. Generally, they give list of voters, madam. Who are the voters in that area, eligible voters or enrolled voters. Among them, okay, somebody may poll, somebody may not poll. There are some elections where 100% polling is there. Students election or teachers election, something is there. 100% polling may be possible. Here, question is not mentioned regarding polling, means we can assume 100% polling, madam. Here, polling is not given. See, generally, among total voters, okay, the basic concept is they may attend for polling or not. Polled, not polled. Okay, if they didn't mention regarding poll, not poll, we can assume 100% polling happened. Sometimes 100% polling is possible. Okay, and then among polled or not polled, valid and invalid is decided. Only valid votes are counted for candidates. Among valid, again, invalid is not correct, na madam. You are saying among 55%. See, valid votes only can counted for candidates. You can see that, okay, whenever you just talk to your elders, maybe your father or mother or maybe your brother, like who know about this election, who already participated in polling, they can give you this picture at least here, from here at least. Because among polling, do you attend for polling? Somebody not polled in the sense, if it is ballot system, you press the two buttons at a time, or if it is a okay ballot system or maybe EVM machine, you press the two buttons at a time, or else you may give your in ballot system you give your symbol in the middle of two symbols, not polled, okay, polled.
Sir,
Yeah, madam.
but invalid poll, mm, they didn't mention it from the total poll, right? So
That's the
invalid poll.
invalid is not counted among valid votes, right? You are saying this is
Oh,
55% of
yeah, yeah,
valid.
sir. Yes, I got it, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Aishwarya, please.
Sir, I have the doubt in 23rd question.
23rd, right? Yeah. Oh, fine. Yeah.
Sir, in that view, you have taken 40% is equals to 900, means it is given. And
Yes.
yeah, and here 20% is equals to 450. How it is possible,
Half
sir?
of that, right? Divide by 2. Or else you just ignore that. 40% means 40 by 100.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can just calculate directly.
Sir, but this 40% is from 80% T, na?
No,
So,
that's what man. You just see, you can directly cancel and you can find the total is 9 into 90 into 25, which is 2250.
yes, sir.
You can directly also calculate, but this is also correct one, madam. 40% is 900. Whatever
Yes.
it may be, 40% of t. This is 20% of t means divide by 2, right? 40%
Hmm.
half is 20. That's what 20% is 450. This is 900. This is 900. Total books is all these three. 20 plus 40 is 100%, right? 100%
Yes.
of the t means nothing but t only.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
But sir, in next question you have did 60% x, that is 50 into 60% x,
No,
means
no. See. That's we just check here. Yeah, y
yeah.
50. Yeah, fine. Here of this remaining, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remaining is 60. For that
Hmm.
50% means 50.
Yes, sir.
50% of that. You just read the question. Save 50% of the remaining.
So then what is the difference between two,
Madam,
23rd and 24?
you just see
Means
the question carefully. Here, they're asking what is the savings only. This is
yes,
only the question is only regarding saving. There they're
yes.
asking about total. Yes, this is different, right? The salary is given, you have to find savings. In
Yeah.
previous, in previous question, if total books is given, what is
Hmm.
the Hindi books means? Then you can do like this.
Okay.
This is different game. This is different one. Here total is not given. They given
Yeah.
this is something, you have to find total. Whereas 24th question is initial one, total is given. What is the savings they are asking? This is different, right? Both are.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam.
Got it.
Yeah, good. And Venkat Sai Vijay, I think within 1 or 2 days, I can update that in the OTS platform that I can assure. Remaining things I don't know about that. You just try to call to our team in the ACE Academy website, ACE Engineering Academy website. You can go through and you just try to call them. Okay, they can give you the updates regarding the textbooks and all. One thing regarding my subject, I can give you that confirmation. 1 or 2 days, we can upload that soft copy in the OTS platform, because printing all those, they have some machine some methodology is there. Okay, you can just see. Tomorrow's topic already mentioned, my dear friend, simple interest and compound interest. See, my subject will complete maybe around April 16th, around like that. So that's what. You please wait. Ishwar, please, you are allowed to talk.
Sir, on the 20th question.
20, yeah. Please.
Yes, sir, you solve this using substitution, sir. Can I know a method without using substitution? How can we solve it?
Sir, that's what you already asked during that tenure also. See what will happen. X% increase means you have to write 100 plus X% of M. This will looks bit complicated for you. We can do like
Yes,
that.
sir.
This is 2001. This is 2011.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This N, if you want small Y% increase, okay, then this become 100 plus Y% of M.
Yes,
N.
sir.
This is state X, this is state Y. Still you can do, but looks bit complicated, that's it. Now here, P in 2001 is nothing but ratio of M and N. So we can write M by N.
Okay.
What is in 2011?
M by N.
Okay, 1 0 X% by 1 0 Y%. That's also there. In 2011, it's 1 0 X, sorry, 100 plus X divided by 100 plus Y. Okay, percentage you can cancel as numerator denominator. M by N can be taken as 2001, is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, as small x is greater than y, here numerator is greater than denominator. So definitely increase is there.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Now, what I should write? This is 1 plus something. Then that will decide the increase. How
Yeah.
much increase means we should write this as
1
1 plus
plus.
some. Yeah.
Yes,
1
sir.
plus something. Now, what I can do, if you want to write 1 plus something, that you have to do into 100, that will convert into percentage. That we should check. Now I think I can write this as 100 plus, yeah, that I can expand, then we can do 100 plus y plus x minus y. Is this okay? Plus
Yes,
y
sir.
minus y. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Now 100 plus y divided by 100 plus y means 1 plus. This one, okay. 1
Yes,
plus
sir.
x minus y by 100 plus y. Now this is the increaser.
Okay, sir.
Second
Yes, sir.
factor is the increase. Now how much percentage means
X minus Y.
x minus into 100 we have to do.
Yes, I understood, sir.
Okay, so that's what the answer. You can see directly this is available in the option, but taking time. Okay, a lot of maybe you understand better. Some of our students, your friends may not understand. That's why I didn't give it. Percentage increase is like into 100 we have to do. So 100 into x minus y by 100 plus y. Directly also you will get, but bit complicated.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, fine. That's it. Good. Sridhar Verma, you're allowed to talk, please.
Yes, sir. I'm having actually no doubt. Sir, in the last question, we can also proceed by equating the expenditure of after reduction and before reduction, sir.
Yes, yes, we can do. But what will happen? That's also leads to same thing. 225 is what you are saying. Price is something. Into consumption, you don't know, right? This will be complicated then. Whereas here, price is 90%, consumption is C plus 3. This same thing will get again. You just do check it out. You got same thing here. What you have to do? P should be converted, or C should be converted in terms of P, because you have to find P value, right?
Yes, sir.
So what you will do? Okay, C will be 225 by P, and this one again you do. You got same equation only again.
So C, I think here we consider the C as a number of uh, 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 so kgs. What
Yes,
we
number of Ks only, consumption. How much you consumed C previously. Now C plus 3 kgs more you are getting for 225 rupees, because 10% reduction in the price.
yes, sir, got it.
Fine. If this is method 3, you can also solve, but still this will leads to method 2 only again. This is the one
Yes,
which
sir.
is simplified equation. Same concept, simplified equation, that is. Okay,
Yes, sir. Yeah.
fine.
Fine, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So we'll go for your other friend. Somebody is waiting. Yeah. Sign Mahanta, please.
Sir, am I audible, sir?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Sir, in question number 23, sir,
yeah.
sir, you have taken total as T and 20% T and 80% T. And after that, 50% you have said 40% T and 40% T. Sir, I didn't get, sir, 40% T equals to 900, sir. Sir, how it came, sir?
They mentioned remaining is 900, right? Remaining is 40 here. Among 80%, 40 gone. Among 80, 40 gone, right? What is the remaining then?
40%.
Yeah, they mentioned
40%
remaining
equals
books.
to 9.
Yeah, that's it.
Sir, 900 and plus 900, sir, and here 450, sir. This is out of 900, sir, you have calculated.
Yeah, 40% is 900 means 20% will be 450, right? Half of that.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Fine, fine. Swapnil, you're allowed to talk.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, perfectly.
Could you go to the percentage change concept?
Fine.
Yeah, sir. This part I didn't understand. Could you please repeat?
Where you have a doubt that you can mention, right?
So
What point?
in this, we took another example after this. So the 250 2 by 48 something example.
Yeah, fine. This
That
is what. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
So for that I didn't get the answer. It was something 480% or something.
that's what said. In this, I mentioned clearly. Error means correct value become wrong value. Correct value, if it is changed as wrong value, then we can call it a error. If wrong value changed as a correct value, it's nothing but correction. I'm correcting you. Okay, means okay, you are in a wrong path. I'm changing to correct path. Okay, so 2 is the wrong one. You have to get 50 means what is the change is 48, right? 2 become 50 means 48 change with respect to 2.
Okay.
Initial value percentage change is nothing but change divided by initial value into 100.
Okay, fine, sir. And the second one is regarding expenditure, where the product constant and we took 20%, so there is a 25% change in price.
Yeah.
So
See, denominator is changing, sir. See this. What I can say, suppose your denominator will change. You just see, suppose I can mention A is 100. I think some noise from your end. You just check it out. A is 100,
okay,
B is 80. Okay. A is what percentage more than B? This one thing. Okay. Next one is B is what percentage less than E. Here you may get some clarity why that percentage is changing. B is less than A, right?
yes,
Okay. Now listen, denominator will change here, sir. Main problem is that denominator is changing. A is what percentage more than B means how much more? A is how much more? 20 more with
25.
respect to B
Yes,
into 100. Denominator is changing here. Now you got 25%. Whereas B is 20 less than A, with respect to A you are comparing.
Okay.
This denominator change, that's why it is affecting your percentage as well.
Okay, fine, sir.
Numerator will be same, denominator will change. That's the effect in percentage comparison.
Yes, sir. Fine.
Fine, good.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yes, you are allowed to talk.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir, in last problem.
Last problem. Yeah, fine. 225 rupees. That's one.
No, yes, sir. Previous slide. Sorry, as per the last candidate ask you the question,
Yeah.
we can take here the 225 means expenditure constant. X into P is equals to 0.9 P into X plus 3.
Yes.
So we can calculate first X and then
See,
we can calculate, sir.
that's what, sir. Two unknowns, two equations is there. You can do.
Yes.
I simplified that in method 2 actually. This is simplification, sir. What you have to do, you just think your unknown is P, right? Here, what you are doing, as you are the other friend who is asking, you are creating two unknowns. Here, how many unknowns is there?
Yes.
Two unknowns, two equations. Is it better or one unknown, one equation is better?
But sir, combining both, sir, P should it is cancelling.
Yeah, if you divide, then it's okay. If somebody will do the equation 1 divided by equation 2. That's all your choice. Yeah, you can get C value, then you can get P value. That's all fine. It's your choice, guys. I have no objection. Fine. Good. That's also good idea. You can divide equation 1 by equation 2. P will get cancelled. Then you can find C value. Then again back to the question, you can find P value. That to
Okay, sir.
90% of P you have to calculate. Make a note. 90% of P.
Sir, by calculating the value of C, that is nothing but 27, and
Okay.
after the increase, it is become 30. So 225 divided by 30, it is getting same.
Yeah, that's it. Yes, 90%. Exactly.
Okay, sir.
Fine.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, my dear
I
friend.
really love the way of teaching, sir.
Thank you. Thanks for your inputs. Thank you. Venkat, please, you are allowed to talk.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, my dear friend.
Sir, I didn't understand the first method you have teach in the expenditure and consumption.
Okay. This question, right?
Yes, sir. The first method.
Sir, expenditure is directly proportional to price.
Yes, sir.
I assumed expenditure is something 100.
Okay, sir.
Price, how much increase in question?
25%.
So expenditure is directly proportional to price means price also will increase, right?
Yes, sir.
That's what it become 125%. 125, sorry, yeah. Now you want no change in the expenditure. Means your expenditure should become 100 again. So this will happen only when consumption decrease, because again expenditure is directly proportional to consumption. If consumption decrease, expenditure will decrease. Got the point? If expenditure decrease, if you want
Okay, sir.
expenditure, okay, you should decrease the consumption. What is the decrease from 125 to 100 is 25. With respect to 125 initial value, percentage decrease or reduction, all these things are difference or change with respect to initial value. Here initial value is 125.
Yes, sir.
That's it. Okay, 125 divided by 1. This all we get 20%. 25 divided by 125 into 100.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, fine. Thank you. Still somebody is raising the hand. We'll just go ahead. Grishma Santoshni, please.
Sir, am I audible?
Yeah, perfect.
Sir, the basics question, fourth question. Voter sum.
Yeah, fine.
Sir, I
Yes.
did not get the question on and
Madam,
even the solution.
Madam, that's what you read the question carefully, madam. See, before election campaigning is doing right now, you can see there is election going on in West Bengal, right? They are doing campaigning. Okay,
Yes, sir.
campaign. So here there is some voters are there. Total votes is something. We don't know what is the total votes. We are assuming 100 is the total votes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
During campaigning, okay, 40% of people promised to vote for some party P.
Hmm.
40% of 100 is 40.
Yes, sir.
Rest is for Q. Rest means 60, right? Among
Yes,
100.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what happened on the day of election? They may change. They promised for them P and Q, but they can change during the on the election day, right?
Yes, sir.
So that's what on election day these people changed their decision. Who are changed is 15% of the people who promised for P. How many promised for P?
40.
Among that 15%, you see that. Okay.
15%.
Means
Yes, sir.
six,
Went back.
six,
Yeah.
6 went back. Means
Yes.
they changed it from P. We decreased the 6 here. We added 6 here.
Okay, change to Q. Okay.
They changed it to Q. Fine.
Ah.
Similarly, 25% who promised for Q. Promised for Q. How many promised
Yes.
for Q is 60, right?
Yes, sir. So
Among the
25% of 60.
means 15.
Yes, sir.
Okay, they went back on their promise. They voted for P instead. Means
Yes,
this
sir.
decrease here. Now you
Okay,
got
sir.
49 here, 51.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I got this.
Yeah, fine, good.
And also, other question is
Madam.
the library question, sir.
Madam, you can take directly. I think everyone is confused with that. You can take 40% is you got right. 40% value is
Actually, yeah.
fine. Yeah, please. You're telling something here.
Please open that question, sir.
Yes.
Actually, it is clear till 20 and 80. 20 is to 80.
Okay.
And after 80%, what is this 50%?
They mentioned here. See the second line.
50% of the remaining.
What is the remaining here after first step?
Okay, your remain. It's like 50% means half of 40,
Half
40
of.
in that way. Okay.
Yes, yes.
I was
Now,
thinking like 80 of 50. What is
no,
this
no, no.
40?
No. It's not like that. 50% means half. Exactly as you mentioned. 50% means you can divide by 2, which is nothing but half.
Okay, sir. Yes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bhushan, exactly. Good question. Fine. Somebody is still waiting. Sagar, you are allowed to talk. I think you are the last candidate to do. Allowed to talk here.
Hello, sir. I am audible.
Yes, yes, perfect.
Sir, I have doubt in that GDP problem.
Fine.
Fecal deflect is 4%. It's how 1.5 by 4.
Yeah, fine. I'll explain you. 5.5. 5% of 110 means 5 divided by 100 into 110. It's 55 by 10. Okay. They mention 5% of GDP. This is 4% of GDP.
So means I am not getting that 4% of 100 is equal to 4.
4% means
how-
4 divided by 100. X% means X divided by 100, right?
Yes, sir. Means how you got 4% of 100 means 4% of that.
Sir, read the first line, sir. Read the first line. What's the first line?
4% of GDP 2015.
GDP in 2015, what we assume?
It is 4% of.
No. GDP in 2015, we assumed as 100 already.
Okay. Huh. Then 110. Then this difference. Okay. Fine. Yes. Got it, sir.
Yeah, fine. Thank you. So guys, thank you so much for attending the session. Take care. Okay, tomorrow we'll start with simple interest and compound interest. Yeah, fine.